Adam, so here we are then in London to launch something very exciting. What's happening?
I'm here to officially announce that I'm an ambassador for the International Swim League, and I'm also going to be swimming on the London team. It's going to be a great team, looking to get to the finals in Vegas.
How does it feel to be an ambassador for a sport like swimming?
I never see myself as an ambassador really. I just see myself as a swimmer who kind of came through the ranks, kind of broke my world records, and kind of just achieved. And then here I am today, and people look up to me. It's kind of a weird thing to kind of be part of, but especially in this country where swimming has had such a great past, it's great to obviously head up the sport.
A sport like swimming needs role models like yourself. I mean, obviously you must have had your own role models when you were coming through the ranks. How does it feel now to be in that position?
Yeah, I mean, in 2012, I kind of looked up to the Michael Phelps, the Lochtys, Cameron Vanderburg, who now lives in London, funnily enough. But it's when I was younger, I didn't really have anyone to look up to. In this country, the sport was in a state where we went for a few years of having no kind of hero or no one really out there. So to obviously get to the strength of where British swimming is nowadays, it would have been unheard of if you said that 5 years ago. Coming off 2013 World Champs, which I just missed out on, I think we got 1 bronze, and we're going to World Champs now. We're like the second or third country on the medal table, which is like absolutely crazy when you're racing countries like China and you're racing countries like America and Australia. So yeah.
Now, you have been quite vocal in the past about how you think the sport should be promoted. What do you think of the direction we're going in now?
I honestly do believe in the ISL so much that it's going to be the way the kind of the whole calendar is going to shift around, hopefully the ISL. Obviously for me the Olympics will still be the pinnacle of sport. That's the way it's always going to be, I think. It's just one of those things, like look at athletics, you got the Diamond League, the Olympics is still the pinnacle. But for me it's kind of how the sport is going to grow, and to enable it to grow we need to race more, we need to build more of a profile, we need teams as we are going to get, and yeah, it's all about building profile now and kind of exposure.
As a sports fan, I must admit swimming has always come into focus for me when you've had an Olympics. Do you think swimming could become more of a spectator sport all year round?
Oh, absolutely. I don't see why not. If the venues are there and the fans are there, which they are, it's just like only pay attention really, because they've only had a chance once every 4 years at Olympic Games, and most of them are in a completely different continent. So yeah, to have a kind of domestic race, which it will be, obviously London, and then to have a few in Europe and then a few in America, obviously get the key markets for swimming. And for me, racing in London will be an absolute dream, because that's kind of where my dreams were built.
What kind of fan base will you have at the events? What kind of crowds will you attract, do you think?
I think kind of all walks really. It's it's mainly like families. Obviously for swimming, it's not just a sport. It's a life skill for younger ones, so they like to see it. Obviously the parents like to take them, but you just don't know where it's going to kind of go really. It's because the Olympics is so different for us that people who watch the Olympics, pretty much everyone, the target audience is everyone. But to watch swimming, you're going to obviously narrow that down, but it's still a massive sport in the Olympics. So I think it's like 87% of people who watch swimming. So it's to be part of that is amazing. Success
does breed success, and we've seen what an amazing impact a sport like cycling has had with all the success they've had. Do you think swimming can have the same kind of profile?
Absolutely. I don't see any reason why not. Because when you look at swimming and you see the kids and the people that are coming through, they only stop because they can't see it as a future career path. If you put more money and you put more revenue in the sport, more sponsors, those people who weren't so good will still be able to swim in a sense. So it's and that's the only reason people look at swimming and go, oh, there's no real money in it. But now obviously there's going to be a professional league, and the way it's going to develop, it'll hopefully attract more. And the more people are attracted, the more athletes that are taking part, the more talent's going to be there. The more talent, the more excitement, because it's going to be closer. So adding obviously revenue to the sport and creating a professional league is only going to be a good thing.
Do you see yourself as a pioneer in some ways in trying to make yourself more commercially viable? Because that's going to help incentivize other people coming further down the road.
I think so, yeah. I mean, for me, it's never about us, making as much money as you can or whatever. It's for me, the key thing for me is obviously swimming as fast as I can, and doing that in Olympic Games, the peak of the cycle for me, and then swimming as fast as I can in between each 4 years. So going to World Championships, breaking world records, that's what I'm about. Going to Europeans, getting as many medals, gold medals as I can, that's what I'm about. And obviously going to the ISL and getting as many points for my team. That is what I'm about, and anything that comes along with that is it's kind of, that's part and parcel, isn't it?
Now, you've won everything already. How hard is it to stay ambitious for the future?
Not too hard, actually. You've got to obviously take your mental downtime. For me, it's I had this winter had a little bit of mental downtime, kind of chilled out a little bit, and then built on that in January. So it's, for me, coming into this year, it's World Championships, but from January I've went to Australia for 5 weeks, got a nice tan, and trained at absolutely a ridiculous pace. So it's for me, you got to take 4 steps back to take 3 steps or 5 steps forward. So, and that's exactly my strategy that I used.
It's a healthy lifestyle. You feeling in the best shape ever?
I'm feeling very, very good. I don't know about the best shape ever, but for me, it's I'm in a very good place. I'm not going to be talking about world records or are they going down and stuff, because I know when I feel good that I can get close to them. It's just literally 0.1, 0.01. The same as Europeans. I was 3 kilos over my normal race weight, carrying a little bit more fat, and I still got my world record. So it's going into this season. Hopefully I can kind of get that down. Going into World Championships, kind of lean up a bit. We don't know, but I mean my power and my strength numbers are the highest they've ever been as well. So all the quantitative data suggests that I should be, but sport is sport. You never know what's going to happen.
A lot of sports are built on rivalry, and I think with swimming, it very much as it is beating your own records. I mean, do you have any main rivals that you sort of focus on trying to do better than them?
So Cameron Vanderberg's just retired, so it was him. We always used to have really good races. But yeah, I think there's a little void in breaststroke at the moment. I think the next person is 58.7 or 58.8, 58.6, which is a second and a half plus more off my world record. So there is a little bit of a void. I do like my rivalry, but it's obviously waiting for someone to step through. And there's going to be plenty of young ones, and this is the best thing about ASL. Young one's going to come through now and going, look, I want to do this for my career, take it more seriously, take injury a lot more seriously, because some people, when they get injured, like, you know what, I'm just going to go back to my education and get a nice job, instead of going, look, this is my job, I've got to work this out. So, and that's exactly what I've done. If I get injured, I know it's my lifeline, it's my career. So,
and it is very much one of those sports where people can almost come out of nowhere, so you're always looking over your shoulder, looking for the next young big thing to come through.
I wouldn't say I was looking over my shoulder. If people want to race me, that's fine. I like a good race, but for me, I never take my eyes off my own target. The biggest enemy you're going to ever face is the one inside your own head. So for me, it's I mean, I enjoy rivalry. I enjoy people coming through, but at the same time, I'm on a different mission now. I'm not going to win. I'm going to almost dominate. And that's the way you've got to look at the sport. And that's not in an arrogant way. It's more of a confident way, that you've got to twist your thinking. If you want to go faster than anyone's ever been before, and possibly faster than anyone ever will go, you've got to change your mind around that.
So wrapping up then, is the ISL going to be a great platform to find new stars of the future?
Oh, incredibly. It's incredibly. I think the best thing of ISL is it brings all countries together, and when you've got multiple stars on each team, people start to kind of pay more attention to that team, and the rivalry that we'll have, probably, I think our main rival is probably going to be Energy Standard, luckily enough. So it's and you've got some very, very fast swimmers, and something previous organisations have struggled with before is getting all the athletes on board, all the top athletes on board, and creating almost a trust and belief that this will work. So, and yeah, I mean, in the end, it's going to hopefully pay really good, like what the athletes deserve, and that's exactly what. Why shouldn't they?
So I'm guessing from a promotional point of view, the whole structure of the league is going to be quite interesting to the fans. Are they going to have special names, the teams?
Well, hopefully, but that's going to be down to the swimmers and the fans to get us a name, pretty much, for the London team. And there's going to be a big competition. That there's going to be many prizes. So yeah, get a good name.
Have you got any ideas yourself?
I don't know. I keep something that I don't want is London Dolphins.
No, I agree.
I'm guessing with the names, it's going to shape people's impression of the league. Got a lot of different types of names in rugby league, for example, and they're quite Americanised.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to go down that kind of road and Americanised sort of names, or is it going to be very English?
Well, hopefully for us it's going to be quite English, but I have got American teams, so we're going to have to be quite cautious about that. But we just want a name that kind of defines our value as athletes, and something that's quite fun as well, so not too serious, but yeah, any help that will be highly appreciated.
So winning the ISL is definitely something on your list for 2019.
We've got a very good team so far. I don't see why not. It's going to be very tactical because I think it's only 32 swimmers. So we're going to have to, obviously, I'm only swimming 3, I think I am. So it's the other breaststroke is obviously going to have to step up. And, from the other teams, we're going to have some really good competition because the home team, I believe, does either chooses short course or long course. So probably when we go to America, they're all going to choose short course because they all come up on short course yards, and that's going to be their strong point. But if they come over here, we'll probably do long course because that's what we've been brought up with. So there's a lot more to it than just having the athletes on your team. It's how you manage the athletes, how you pick your strengths, and then sometimes you pick a time to lose in a sense. It almost sounds strange, but when's the best time to almost come second, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So quite an exciting day today to get the message out that this new league is being launched.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably been waiting. People have been waiting years for this. I know personally I've been waiting a long time for a professional league to come through, and hopefully it'll all kick off.